Hi everyone! I recently stumbled onto the Dior website and then this happened. I saw that they had some new palettes, eyeshadow quints, and I enjoyed the other ones that I recently picked up, so I said, you know what? It's new, it's cute, let's do it. And then I also picked up some other goodies, so I'm going to share them with you and I'm going to get into all the details and demo all the products. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, you know, when you go on Dior and you order something, you're going to get an experience, which I love. I'm all about those little details. So, shall we unbox and see all the goodies that I've got? I've noticed almost every time that I'll go on the Dior website, there's like a new eyeshadow quint, which I love. I'm all for it. But I noticed that they had a new one, and this one is in the shade Pink Glow. It does say that it's limited edition, but I checked today and it's still on there. So it comes in the traditional Dior packaging for the quints. It's so pretty. Look at this color story. You see why I could not just not get it? I had to. So pretty. Then I picked up one of the lip glows. I believe these are new. It had them on there as new. So maybe the colors are just new because these have been around. Oh, and the packaging is just a little bit different. Check that out. It's got the Dior down at the bottom there. And I got this one in the shade Beige. And it's exactly as it sounds. It's just like a balm that gives your lips a little tint and glow. I haven't had one of these in a really long time, so I'm curious to see if I still like it like I used to. You know, I don't have on any nail polish because we're going to put on the new one that I got. This one, I think it's from the Dune, the Desert Dune collection that I didn't get anything from that collection, but this color looked really pretty. And that one's in the shade Dune. Really pretty color, right? Let's go ahead and apply this and see what it looks like. Here's my first coat. It's pretty opaque, but I mean, you can see it's still got a little translucency. So I'm going to wait for it to dry and then I'll go ahead and put another coat. But isn't that such a lovely color? So here is the second coat. Don't judge me, I'm not that great putting on my own nail polish. But this is what a second coat looks like. I think the color is so pretty. I didn't put a top coat yet. I will. But this is what it looks like. And again, that's the shade Dune. Really pretty. So for fun, I did 2 coats on this hand and then 1 coat on this hand. So as you can see, this hand with the 1 coat, you can see it's just like a tiny bit lighter. A little bit more translucent, just a little bit, but it's still nicely opaque. And then the 2 coats is just so pretty. I already have my base makeup applied. I'm using the AIRFLASH Radiance Mist as my primer, and then I have the Dior AIRFLASH. I do have a quick little tutorial towards the end of the video so that you can see how I applied everything, but let's go ahead and get into this beautiful quint. Now, I just want to point something out. Noticed when I was swatching this darkest shade here, I don't know if you can see, it had a little bit of a weird texture to it, so I'm curious how that's going to translate when I use a brush. Anyhow, I'm going to start with the darkest shade. I'm very curious. I'm going to focus that on the outer eye and blend it lightly in the crease. The reason I'm using a fluffy brush is because I don't want too much pigmentation too quickly. The fluffy brush gives you that option to keep it soft and diffused. Let me see if you can see what is happening. I think I'm getting a little hard pan already with that darkest shade. Interesting. Anyways, I'm just swirling my brush to pick up product and slowly building on my eye. I think the color story is very pretty. And these type of tones are tones that I would wear on the daily basis. So that's kind of why, other than the fact that it was new when I went on the website, that was what was my decision maker, I want to say, when I was looking at it. Because I was like, ooh, pinks and champagne-y warm golden tones. It's right up my alley. Picking up this shade, which when swatched is a little bit lighter than this one. So that's, I'm gonna put that on my lid. This is a natural hair Chanel brush. Now I am going to go and pick up a little bit more of that darkest shade, just to build up a little bit. I'm now going to go into the center shade, and I'm going to use that as my inner highlight. I have a pencil brush. I'm going to go into the darkest shade with a pencil brush. I'm going to go into this shade here. It's a little more yellow than the center shade. And I'm going to use that as my Bread One highlight. Let's see how that comes across on my skin tone. Yeah, it's not too yellow, although it looks quite yellow in the pan. Okay, I'm just picking up a little bit more of that darkest shade to see if I can build it up a little bit more. Quickly do some mascara. This is the Gucci mascara. All right, so for this next look, I'm going to use my finger to start. I'm going to go into this other pinky shade. I mean, let me just show you again. This one is a little bit darker, and that's the bottom one. And then this one up top is a little bit lighter. And this is the one we used on this lid over here. So I am going to go in with this on the finger and apply that to my lid. And then I'm going in with Wayne Goss number 6, and I'm going to pick up some of that same shade that I put all over the lid. And I'm going to use that to just blend directly into the crease. I would definitely use this shade as a one and done. Yeah, it's very pretty. And now with that clean, fluffy brush, blend. And then I'm going to go into that lighter pink and use that on the inner portion of this look. Just blending, perfecting everything. Clean brush, blending. I'm going to go ahead into the darkest shade and put that on the lower lash line. Couple coats of mascara. I'm going to just quickly put a little bit of Gucci eyeliner in the waterline. So now that we've used the palette, here is what it looks like. I am seeing that this darkest shade does have a little hard pan, and it pretty much got that instantly when I first went to swatch it with the finger. Now let's try this lip glow. This type of product is very appealing to me because I'm very much into being comfortable and having a little bit of glow, having something that I can grab, throw in my purse, have all the time, give me a little bit of color, not too much. I feel that the eyes are quite soft, and just having a soft lip will complement quite nicely. So I wanted to go for more like the one and done style, a little bit less little bit more effortless. And then on this one, it's just like a little bit more, a little tiny bit more dramatic, you know. All right, let's quickly get into my base makeup application, and then I'll come back and we'll chat because I have some thoughts. The name Pink Glow suits this palette quite nicely. I will say, the tones are just a little bit different when it came to 4 of the 5 shadows in the palette. There's subtle differences, but they're still different enough to where they work, because these two pinks, one's just a little bit lighter, one's a little bit more rich, and then the tones are just a little bit different when it came to the center shade and this more yellow one. Although this one looks a little bit more yellow in the pan, once applied, it translates very similar to the center shade. One thing I will say about these Dior quints is that they are very soft. It's more of that sophisticated, soft, glamorous, you know, shadow. These shadows, you're not going to go in and get super insane intensity right away. It's more so something you'd have to build up to, which is a great option when it comes to eyeshadows, because certain brands, you'll know, okay, I'll go to that brand if I want a super punch, but I'll come to Dior when I want something a little more soft and sophisticated, that I have a little bit more wiggle room in a sense, especially when it comes to like the darker shade. Speaking specifically with this darker shade here, it's something that you can apply and not worry that you're going to have too much dark pigment too soon. So, I'm not too sure what happened specifically with my shade here, but as soon as I touched it, the texture felt very different than all of the others right away. I'm really enjoying the nail polish. It was nicely opaque, and again, I did 1 coat on this hand and 2 on this one. It's a beautiful color and I really like it. Now for the lip glow, it's something that just enhances me. It just enhances the lips, very comfortable, gives a little bit of pigment. It's very pretty, very soft and pretty. I think overall, all of the products that I tried today, the quint, the lip product, and the nail polish, they're all soft and pretty. realistic products that I'll want to reach for on the daily basis to create beautiful wearable looks. But I'd love to hear what you guys think. Comment down below and let me know. As always, thank you all so much for hanging out with me today and letting me share these beautiful Dior products with you. Let me know your thoughts, comment down below. Please don't forget to give today's video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. Stay beautiful, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.